The sun had just begun to set over the secluded island, casting a warm orange glow over the sandy beaches and dense jungle. I stood at the edge of the shore, the salty spray of the ocean misting my face as I gazed out at the endless expanse of water. It was moments like these that I cherished. The solitude and peace, a welcome respite from the chaos of my past life as a spy. I had thought that retiring to this island would bring me the freedom I so desperately craved. But the memories of my former life still lingered, haunting me like a ghost. As I stood there, lost in thought, I noticed something strange. A small boat, its engine sputtering, was making its way towards the shore. I watched with a mixture of curiosity and unease as the boat drew closer, its occupant struggling to keep it afloat. As it finally reached the shore, I saw that it was a young woman, her face pale and exhausted. She stumbled out of the boat and collapsed onto the sand, gasping for breath. I rushed to her side, helping her to sit up and offering her a bottle of water from my pocket. As she drank, I couldn't help but notice the look of fear in her eyes. She was clearly running from something, or someone. I asked her what was wrong, but she just shook her head, her eyes darting nervously around the island. I knew that look, the look of a person who was trapped and desperate. I had seen it before, in the eyes of my former targets, the ones I had been sent to capture or eliminate. But there was something different about this woman. Something that stirred a spark of recognition within me. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the island in a dark, eerie light, the woman finally spoke. She told me that she was a scientist, working on a top-secret project for a powerful organization. But she had discovered something that she wasn't supposed to. Something that could change the course of human history. And now, they were after her, determined to silence her before she could reveal the truth. I listened, my mind racing with the implications. I knew that I had to help her, but I also knew that getting involved would put me right back in the crosshairs of my former employers. As we talked, I realized that the woman's name was Dr. Rachel Kim, and that she had been working on a project to develop a new form of sustainable energy. But the organization she worked for had other plans. Plans that involved using the technology for their own nefarious purposes. I knew that I had to act fast, to get her off the island and to safety before it was too late. But as we made our way through the jungle, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, that unseen eyes were tracking our every move. It was then that I heard the sound of footsteps, heavy and deliberate, crashing through the underbrush. I pushed Dr. Kim behind me, my heart racing with anticipation. But as the figure emerged from the darkness, I was shocked to see that it was an old ally, a fellow spy who had been thought to be dead. His name was Alex, and he had been working undercover to bring down the organization from the inside. He had been tracking Dr. Kim, not to capture her, but to protect her. Together, the three of us made our way back to my small cottage on the island, our senses on high alert for any sign of danger. But as we reached the cottage, I knew that we were too late. The organization had already found us, and they would stop at nothing to silence Dr. Kim. I saw the look of determination in Alex's eyes, and I knew that he would fight to the death to protect her. But I also knew that we were outnumbered, outgunned, and out of options. As the night wore on, the sound of gunfire and screams filled the air. I fought alongside Alex, but we were vastly outnumbered. I saw Dr. Kim fall, a bullet wound to her chest. I felt a wave of grief wash over me, mixed with anger and frustration. I had failed to protect her, to keep her safe. As the organization's agents closed in, I knew that I had to make a choice. I could try to escape, to flee the island and leave the carnage behind. But I also knew that I couldn't live with myself if I did. I had to see this through, no matter the cost. In the end, it was just me and Alex, standing back to back as the agents closed in. We fought bravely, but we were no match for the sheer numbers. As I fell to the ground, I saw Alex go down beside me. I knew that it was over. That we had lost. The last thing I saw was Dr. Kim's face. Her eyes frozen in a permanent stare. I knew that I had failed her. And that I would never be free from the guilt of that failure.